Hi everyone, I'm Leo Grogan, one of the careers consultants from RMIT's Job Shop, and I want to send you a warm Wamajenka welcome from RMIT. I'd like to acknowledge the people of the Walrong and the Boonwurrung language groups of the Eastern Kulin Nations on whose unceded lands we conduct the business of the university, and I respectfully acknowledge their ancestors and elders, past and present. Open Day is like a complimentary guest pass into the future by imagining what programs best suit you and your aspirations at RMIT. In this session, I'll introduce you to Rosie, a current student who will share, and she's sitting right here, and she'll share her journey with you. And I'll also highlight the 5 key steps to help you make the right program choice. Finally, I'll provide a preview of campus life here and how to prepare for life and work after graduation. So where are you today in terms of career planning? Have a look through these various post-it notes and icons and emojis to see where you might sit in terms of your own story and preparation. The key here is that everyone will come from different backgrounds. So some of you will be currently at high school and you'll be getting ready to think about what life holds after high school. Others may already be at university or working and seeking some sort of course change. And others of you might actually be looking to return to work after a break. So hopefully this material will have something useful to offer all of you. Open Day is about making sense of the amazing program choices at RMIT. This is your chance to investigate the programs high on your wish list right now. And that might be urban and regional planning for those that love planning livable cities. It might be space science for the sci-fi fans, nanotechnology for the tech heads, animation and interactive media for the gamers, entrepreneurship for the self-starters, fashion and textiles for the creatives, or do you just want to build big structures after your construction management degree? Your future career goals are unique and they can be motivated by many things. Some students only look at programs requiring the highest ATARs, or a program with the most prestige, or a program their cousin recommends. Others are guided by their Moresby career profile, or what their parents say, perhaps a combination of all the above. There really are no right or wrong choices here. The key is to investigate the programs that matter to you by talking to as many people as you can about them and the roles that these lead to. So I'm going to now welcome back Rosie, one of our fabulous Job Shop assistants and current student, who will share her story about choosing RMIT. So hi, Rosie.
Hi, Leo. Hi, everyone.
Coming. So let's start by hearing what you're studying here.
Yeah, so I'm studying urban and regional planning. I'm in my 3rd year of a 4-year honours degree.
Okay, great. And how did you first get interested in this area?
Well, I've been working in retail and wholesale for a few years, and I was looking for a career change because I knew that's not where I wanted to be long term. And I actually went on to Seek, and I decided to, instead of sort of containing my search to only the roles that matched my current skills and abilities, I decided to kind of open it up much more to try and find something that I hadn't really thought of before, sort of more of that end goal or dream job type of thing. And I've always been really interested in history and human settlement and how culture has evolved. I also love the environment. I'm really passionate about sustainability. So I used those kind of key themes, and I did some category searches and keyword searches with those sorts of themes. And I kept landing on roles like town arborist or park ranger, or these kind of urban planning roles or urban planning adjacent kind of roles. And so I realised, working backwards from that the prerequisites for these roles were obviously urban planning experience or an urban planning degree. And that's when I thought it's probably time to think about going back to university.
So what else helped you to make a decision to study here at RMIT?
Well, it was sort of it was a basic Google search, actually. I'm not from Melbourne originally, so I didn't really know anything about the universities here. And RMIT kept coming up as this great place to get practical experience. It also seemed to rate highly with professional planners, which was good from my Google searching. And then I just went to RMIT's, like, the program information page for urban planning, and the sorts of words that were coming up were things like history and politics, and there was a heavy emphasis on sustainability. So it was already saying all the right things for me. I also saw that they offered a placement in the final year, and I knew that that was going to be so helpful when it came to finding jobs after I graduated, having that experience. And I also looked at industry accreditations, which for me is the Planning Institute of Australia, and just to double check that the qualifications I'd earned from RMIT would match industry expectations, and it did.
Okay, terrific. And I was wondering if anybody was influential, anybody special, influential in giving you advice.
Yeah, well, I was really lucky, coincidentally, to meet someone through a friend, just as I was deciding whether or not to study, and she was a professional urban planner. She'd actually graduated from RMIT, another coincidence. She'd actually started at a different institution and then made the switch over. And it was just really helpful for me to hear from her experience and sort of get her advice. I definitely felt reassured that I was making the right choice. And it's been really nice to keep in touch with her throughout my studies as well, because she can answer any questions I have, but it's also been really nice to watch her career progress over the years, because I can kind of see what's possible for me when I enter the workforce too. So yeah, it's been really good.
All right, that's fantastic. And look, last one, what number one tip would you like to share with our viewers today about to help them make a really good program choice?
I would say to make sure you're interested, which sounds basic, and I also know you can't know for sure when you start a course if it's going to be the absolute right one for you. But it helps so much to just make sure you're taking on something you have a genuine interest in, and you're not doing it necessarily because somebody else thinks it could be the right one for you or it's what they're interested in, just because it's a really big commitment of your time and you want to make sure it's worthwhile. But also, I think if you're interested and hopefully passionate about what you're studying, then the learning is more enjoyable and you can ultimately get more out of your degree. So yeah, that would be my main tip.
All right, thanks so much, Rosie, and I look forward to seeing you back at the job shop one of these days.
Thanks, Leo.
Good on you. Okay, take care. So I'll go just as we think about Rosie's advice. I wanted to outline what I think are the 5 steps that any careers consultant would recommend to help get you started. And to start, I think reviewing the program content, reviewing the syllabus is essential. And to find out and in a really simple test, how does the subject or how does the information in the syllabus relate to the subjects you enjoy at school and or your personal interests. Secondly, to compare data across programs, so things like the duration of the course, the level of the course, fee levels, study load, selection criteria, industry placement opportunities, career pathways. Once you collect all of this data, you can then compare it against the various programs on your wish list and see how it stacks up. Thirdly, I think it's really important to talk to career influencers, as Rosie has said. So Open Day is a great chance to meet with staff and students and to talk to people outside of the university about the roles that they're doing and to find out more about what they do, What are their challenges? And more importantly, what might be the long-term prospects for that type of work? You also, I think, you're going to be talking to key stakeholders in your life. And yeah, that's what I mean by that is the support team around you, your mum and dad, your grandparents, your high-achieving cousins. We've all got them. And of course, your careers counsellor if you are still at high school. Okay. And putting those four things together to check out all of the above against your personal wish list. And I think you need to sort of set your own criteria for making the right decision. So, things like the importance of expected income, personal growth, professional satisfaction, skill development that you might be achieving as a result of the course or what lies afterwards. Or maybe just choosing a course because it offers a chance to study something really cool while you figure out your next career step. So when selecting your program, you are not locking in your pathway for the rest of your life. It is okay to feel undecided about your options. Today at Open Day, talk to staff and students and ask them about the material covered in the program. How theoretical is it? How hands-on? The prereqs and alternative pathways to the program. What is the industry outlook? And any other tips to make your application stronger. Today really is about starting those career development conversations. No doubt you've heard about the world of work being in a constant state of rapid change and changes that are affecting all of us. The obvious ones, adjusting to the uncertainty of a global pandemic, the rise of STEM occupations, and this idea that graduates from universities are going to have 7+ career changes and 25+ role changes in their working lives. It's a lot to get your head around when you're starting out. So in addition to these big picture trends, sorry, I'm just going to go back. In addition to these big picture trends, think about your personal story and that your interests and goals are very likely going to be growing and changing over time as well. So your first qualification is not going to be your last qualification as you navigate the changing landscape of careers. Once you commence at RMIT, if the program does not meet your expectations or if your goals change, there are avenues each semester to exit the program or to take a leave of absence. And there are academic advisors available to discuss these options with you. Studying at RMIT provides you with a place to launch your career, develop in-demand technical and personal skills, and widen your network of people who share your interests. You will leave here equipped to be a lifelong learner. And along the way, you have access to clubs and societies, volunteer and leadership programs, and our annual cycle of career development and industry events to help you find a job after graduation. It's an amazing adventure. Come and say Womajenka when you land here. All the best.
Hi everyone, it's Anita here. I'm one of the careers consultants at RMIT, so I'm available to answer any questions that you may have now in regards to this session. So please feel free to pop your questions in the chat, in the Q&A, and I'll do my best to respond to them. We've had some great questions come through. Josh asked a question at the beginning of the session about what is the best way to decide between two different programs of study. And what I would suggest, Josh, is that you look at the programs in detail. So if you have a look on the RMIT website at the particular programs, I would then click on choose the program of study or view plan. If you view the plan, you can really break down the program, look at the individual courses or subjects, look and then dig into that further. It will give you some information about what the assessment looks like, what topics you'll be studying, what the expectations are for that program, and that will be able to help you decide between 2 different programs of study. So if you genuinely feel like you would enjoy, say, 75% of that overall program, then you know you would enjoy studying that program overall. So compare the 2 programs, put them side by side, look at what the expectations are in terms of study, assessment, look at the different courses, which ones do you think you would enjoy more, which are you more interested in, and that will help guide you. I've got a couple of other questions that have come through. There was a question, will RMIT help me to find a job when I graduate? And is it common to change courses? Great questions. So let's start with the question, will RMIT help me find a job? We can definitely help support you with that. We offer a lot of services through the RMIT job shop, which is all online at the moment. So I'm one of the careers consultants at the job shop. So I offer one-on-one consultations with students that are really needing help or struggling to find a job. So it might be that they make an appointment with me and say, you know, I'm not sure where do I start with job search. So I'll spend the session talking to them about, you know, having different strategies, not just applying for jobs that are advertised, say on Career Hub, but also really, you know, making efforts to broaden their network, developing a LinkedIn profile, pitching themselves, reaching out to different companies, joining a professional association. So there's a lot of different strategies that you can engage in to help you find a job. We also provide a range of workshops on different careers topics that are pitched at helping RMIT students, especially final year students. We offer our graduate boot camps, which are a 3-day sort of series of workshops that are specifically designed to help grads find a job. So we've got loads of really great services available that are free to students that we really encourage you to access if you do enrol at RMIT. You are sort of getting into your 2nd and 3rd year. We're here to help you with that. Talia, is it common to change courses, change programs? Absolutely, students. This is really common. It's something that I see a lot come up with students, and we are here to help you navigate that, to try and work out what are you genuinely really interested in. What do you think you would enjoy? Why did you choose the current program? Was it to do with external factors? Are you choosing the program because you feel the pressure, you know, maybe from family, from parents? So we're here to help you navigate that and pick a program that that really aligns with you and what you're interested in, because then you're more likely to enjoy it, and then you're more likely to end up in a career that you'll be happy in. But it's definitely quite common that comes up, and definitely something that a lot of students experience. Okay, any other questions? Please don't hold back. Feel free to pop them in the Q&A. Hopefully we've covered most. I'm just going to scroll back through and make sure I've covered all of them. I've got one just come through. Okay, so we've got another question about, are there any services available while we're in lockdown? Absolutely. So I'm working from home at the moment, as are all of my colleagues, and our careers consultations are offered online via Teams. We also offer all of our workshops are online at the moment as well. Our grad boot camps are all online. So all of our services are offered online. Perhaps the only one that I can think of that isn't is our LinkedIn photographer, who usually attends on campus and takes those photos. But everything else that we usually offer is available online at the moment. Thanks, Talia. Okay, so if there's no more questions, I think we might wrap this up. Thank you everyone so much for attending today, taking your time out, you know, on your Sunday to come along. We really appreciate your attendance. We really hope that you found this helpful and informative, and enjoy the rest of the sessions that are available today for our open day online. Thanks everyone.